So good afternoon. So today I'm proud to announce or highlight a citizen's complaint about drug activity in his neighborhood that led to a narcotics investigation and several arrests. To my left and to my right are JSO Chief Ed Cayenne and JSO Assistant Chief Eric Redgate and members of the District 4 Sheriff's Watch. And thank you all so much for being here today. It's really glad to have you. So a Sheriff's Watch member provided the information that ultimately led to JSO serving search warrants on 2 homes on Jacksonville's west side, specifically Malden Lane and Fire Tower Road. This concerned citizen brought narcotics activity to police attention during a February District 4 Sheriff's Watch meeting. And while I'm there, I would like to encourage everyone in every district to become and be members and be a part of our Sheriff's Watch meetings, which are very important, and that we can talk directly to one another. The Sheriff's Watch program is a program in which citizens and police partner together to address neighborhood concerns and neighborhood-specific public safety issues. Community members and police officers meet regularly in neighborhoods all over Jacksonville. After we received this tip, narcotics detectives started an undercover investigation. On April 19th, our tactical narcotics team served 2 residential search warrants and arrested the following: Thomas Sawyer, Ryan Wortman, Nino Jesus Perez, Kelly Wilson, Emily Kirksey, Zion, Carlos Garcia, and Autumn Spear. Inside that home, our detectives found several firearms and a large amount of various types of drugs. We seized 6 firearms, and as you can see in these photographs, these firearms run the gamut of styles and sizes. JSO forensics experts discovered that one of the guns had been previously used in violent crimes. The 9mm Glock matched casings that were collected at a February attempted murder scene where someone was shot. It also matched a shooting that same month into a home where several adults and children were inside. And thankfully, fortunately, no one was hurt during that incident. Some of the narcotics seized were 994 grams of methamphetamine, 164 grams of fentanyl, 49 grams of cocaine, and 287 grams of marijuana. We discovered this home was not only being used to store drugs, but also being used for the manufacture and distribution of narcotics. Now, you hear arguments all the time that narcotics are only dangerous to those that use them and should not be a focus of law enforcement. Well, this operation alone proves that theory is not true. It's absolutely false. Where there are drugs, there are always crime guns. I haven't seen one yet where there weren't crime guns. Gun violence is woven into the fabric of the illegal narcotics trade, and this agency will continue to target and dismantle drug operations in Jacksonville. We do this not only to remove the poison that fuels addiction, but also to remove the accelerant which ignites gun violence in our community. And I want to thank the engaged Jacksonville citizens that spoke up at our Sheriff's Watch meeting. You are very much appreciated. I'm glad that the citizens' complaint spearheaded the outcomes that I'm sharing today. Communication between the public and the police is at the heart of community policing. We cannot, and I'll repeat it, we cannot do the important work that we do without the public's cooperation and their help in the public that we serve. The public relies on the police to solve crimes, and so the police also rely on the public to solve crime. Community policing, as you've heard me say previously, is not just about shaking hands. It's not just about walking neighborhoods, but it's about engaging the community to be a very important part of what it takes for us to be able to do what we do every single day, and that's solving crimes. So at this time, I'd like to open it up for questions. I'll answer whatever I can. Hey, Eric, go ahead.
The drugs you described don't originate in Jacksonville, so I'm just curious, have you guys been able to determine the origin of where these drugs came through, the pipeline in which they came through, and also how long has this been going on before it was brought to your attention? Well,
don't know where it came from yet. Don't know that we'll ever find that out. We're always looking for sources, right? But sometimes it's difficult to tell. Apparently it's been going on for quite a while. They told us about it, and this is why these are important. We get this kind of information on sheriff's walks. We get these at sheriff's watches, and it's direct communication. That's why I encourage people to be a part of it. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, it's one thing for one of your deputies and the officers to go above and beyond and try and find out people who are making drugs and selling drugs. But how proud are you of these citizens, people of Jacksonville, for stepping up and making sure that their community is safer by reporting these incidents?
Extremely proud. And Sheriff's Watch members, always very caring, they pay so much attention. They're always there for us. And we do this for them. We do this for us, because this is also our community. So to have them come up and give us this information and actually be able to work this through and get them here today so that you can see, so people can see the amazing things they do for us, it's, I can't put it into words.
The guns that were seized, have you guys been able to run any kind of ballistics on them to find out, or, well, I know you said one was used in a crime, but have you been able to find out if any of those weapons were purchased legally, or were they all reported stolen?
Don't know that yet, but we'll get that information eventually. Like I said, we were able to find out that some of them were used in previous crimes, and this is the importance of our NIBIN and our technology and our forensic technology.
Also on your, the Sheriff's Watch, can you talk about how this should encourage others? Maybe they're not part of a Sheriff's Watch, but they know what's going on in their community, but they're too afraid to speak up and say something. Can you talk about how what they did should, I would assume, inspire others to speak up?
There's no bigger group or no better group in this city than law-abiding citizens and the police when they come together, because we outnumber the people that mean harm to this community, largely. So if you come, you're going to find out. You'll find out that you're a part or members of a group of people that actually want to have direct communication and talk about these issues. And listen, it's one thing to call or type in a complaint, which we take every one of them very seriously. But to be able to talk to the individuals that are seeing the issues every single day, that can give us more detailed information at those meetings, is extremely important.
When you get that detailed information, does that make your case easier for prosecutors to prosecute?
Oh yeah, 100%. So, say for example that you make a complaint at a Sheriff's Watch meeting. Usually you're going to have the information about what's being sold there. And if our investigators end up going there and doing an undercover investigation, they have to know what they're looking for, what they're talking about. Because if they don't, there's a very strong possibility that the individual that's doing those will know you're coming from someplace other than without that knowledge. So it's good that we can get that knowledge and have that knowledge when we go into these things. And folks that live in the neighborhoods that experience this know better than anyone.
The people that we saw the mugshots of the people that were arrested, are they only facing just drug possession charges, or is it just the possession charges?
You guys should have the dockets. If you don't have the dockets, you will get them, and that will tell you exactly what each one of them are charged with. Anyone else?
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank y'all for coming out.